The Conservative Party is offering media organizations a dramatically reduced price to cover Andrew Scheer's election campaign this fall. The party plans on charging roughly the same amount for the entire election period as it did for just 2 weeks in the 2015 campaign. So what's behind the decision? And the CBC's Katie Simpson joins us with the details. Hi, Katie. Break down these numbers for us.
So this year, for the duration of the election campaign, the Conservatives want to charge news organizations $11,500 per journalist to cover the campaign. People at home might be like, what is that even for? Why does this matter? It does matter. So this is basically for airfare, for bus fare, for Wi-Fi, for hotel or for office space. But the reason this number is getting a lot of attention right now is because it's dramatically lower than what's been charged in the past, and it's dramatically lower than what other parties are charging. The NDP this year, to cover the same costs, it's going to be $45,000 per journalist. Last election campaign, last election campaign, which was significantly longer, the Conservatives charged $70,000 per journalist, and in that same campaign, the Liberals charged $50,000 per journalist, and the NDP also charged $50,000 per journalist. So you can see why this number is significantly lower. Today, we asked Conservative leader Andrew Scheer why, and here's what he said.
We have a great story to tell, and we want to make sure that we get that story in front of Canadians in as many possible ways as we possibly can.
So this is part of a bigger picture where the Conservatives recognize that as an opposition leader, Andrew Scheer does not have the same kind of name recognition a sitting Prime Minister does. They need to get him in front of as many media outlets as they can during the election campaign so that Canadians get to know him. By offering this lower price, more media outlets, particularly newspaper reporters, might be able to join this campaign. That's what they want. However, one side note, there's no plan to accredit fringe outlets that are seen as advocacy outlets rather than news outlets. Groups like the Rebel will not be granted accreditation on this trip.
Has the sort of rules or the pricing thing happened before in the past?
There have been a number of different political parties that have tried to do different things to attract more attention. That's always the goal for the opposition parties. But there's some concern being raised by former NDP strategist Kathleen Monk.
The Conservatives are charging basically a fifth of the price of what other parties are charging. I'd find it concerning. I'd wonder how they come to those calculations and what exactly message they're trying to send. I don't think journalists can be bought off.
So she's suggesting, okay, is this subsidized travel? We went to the Conservatives. They say absolutely not. This is the way to the most obvious and most economic way to make this travel happen. But we went to Elections Canada to find out, is there any way to know whether political parties are overcharging or undercharging? And apparently there's no way to tell.
There's no way for Elections Canada to determine that because the campaign reports they submit are not to that level of granular detail. They do have to indicate how much money in total they spent on travel for the leader for the campaign, but it doesn't indicate, that level of detail.
So they could pick a number, any number, send it to media outlets, and there's no way to sort of tell.
Interesting. All right. Thanks, Katie.
Thanks.
The CBC's Katie Simpson. Hi, I'm Vashi Kapellos, host of Power in Politics. See more of our show by subscribing to the CBC News channel or click the link for another video. Thanks for watching.